Good morning, Wildcats. Today is Wednesday, December 18th. Happy National Cookie Day. Please rise for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands,
one nation, under God,
indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all.
Moment of silence.
Please be seated.
Have you ever been ziplining? Join us on our trip to Costa Rica, and you'll fly through the air like Spider-Man, but in a cloud forest with exotic birds such as quetzal and toucan. Ride a horse or hike to the top of a volcano. Take a riverboat ride and see crocodiles close up. It doesn't get more Instagram-able than that. We still have a few spots left on our trip in June 2025. The early bird deadline has passed, but there is still time to add a few more people. If you are in grades 10 through 12 and are interested, reach out to Miss K or Miss Edgar.
Today, December 18th, all students grades 8 to 11 will remain in Power Block for scheduled activity. Please do not give any passes for any meetings today during Power Block.
Minecraft Club is canceled this Thursday, December 19th. Please make sure you arrange your ride home. See you in January.
And now it's time to head over to Amelia and Lolly for a Global Citizens announcement.
Did you know that during 2022, 30% of Brazil's population was classified as living in poverty? The average daily income for those living in poverty is $5.50 per day.
During COVID, the poverty rate grew by 48.2% due to the effect of the pandemic. Children 14 and under are the most affected and tend to be the most vulnerable to poverty. Women, children, and those living in rural areas are also disproportionately more affected by poverty in Brazil and the rest of South America. That's all from us. Now back to the Ink.
Thanks, girls. Boys JV basketball defeats Blue Hills 63-44 in their first game of the season. The Wildcats came out with a strong 14-0 lead with some quick steals and buckets from Dylan Spadia. Charlie Mallett had a great performance, leading scorers with 13, and Kevin Kierton was dominant on the boards with 10 points in the final quarter.
Tuesday, the boys' middle school defeated Holbrook Middle School 41-21. Offensively, the boys struggled, but the defense and rebounding came up big for the boys. Jeremy Bory led all scorers with 13 points. Nick Harris, Farrell Eugene, and Xavier Washington led the defense in steals and rebounds.
WB Winter Track competed in their second meet of the year last night at Wheaton College. Both WB teams fell to Joseph Case in the overall results. However, boys scored in the following events. Nico Robinson placed third in the 300 with a PR time of 42.29. Stu Tate placed second in the 600 meter with a PR time of 131.82. Alex Kelly won the 1 mile and 2 mile, gaining a new mile PR of 5 minutes 30 seconds. Jeremiah Burrows also scored in the mile, earning second place against Case. Achilles Gomez threw a new PR of 37 feet 9 inches in the shot put to place second against Case, and Stu Tate and Nico Robinson placed second and third in the long jump.
Girls' highlights included a first place in the 1,000 meter for Sarah Diedrichsen with a PR time of 3 minutes and 58 seconds, a first place in the mile for Ava Smith with a new PR time of 6 minutes and 29 seconds. Chloe Gauthier scored second place in the 55-meter hurdles and third place in the 300 meter, and tied for second in the long jump with Brianna LaGrange. Kate Ostrino placed first in the 55-meter hurdles and third in the high jump, with PRs in both. Look to watch these Wildcats compete again at Wheaton on January 2nd.
Hey, you know what we haven't seen in a while? Some weird-looking guy and pulling an inflatable earth out of a treasure chest.
A frog walks into a bank, and he walks up to the woman at the front desk and he says, "I'd like a loan, please." And the woman at the front desk has a little name tag that says Whack. So her name is Mrs. Whack. And she says, "Well, you're a frog." And he says, "Yeah, well, I want a loan anyways." So the woman says, "Well, what's your name?" He says, "The name's Kermit Jagger. My father was Mick Jagger, singer of the Rolling Stones, and my mother was a frog. And I'm their offspring. And anyways, I'd like a loan for a lily pad." And Mrs. Whack says, "Well, I don't know, but do you have any collateral?" And so the frog pulls out a little shiny pink elephant, and he hands it to Mrs. Whack, and he says, "Here's my collateral." And Mrs. Wack looks at the little pink elephant. She's confused. She says, this doesn't look like much collateral to me, but okay, I'll go ask the bank manager. So she gets up. Her name is Patty, by the way. Patty gets up and she walks to the bank manager and she says, there's this frog out front, Kermit Jagger, and he wants a loan. And he gave me this little pink elephant thing. Like, do you know what this is? And she hands it to the bank manager, and the bank manager looks at it and says, geez, what is this thing? That's a knick-knack, paddywhack. Give the frog a loan. His old man's a rolling stone. Let's hear some more bad jokes from the Environmental Club.
How can you tell an ocean is friendly?
I don't know how.
It waves. What did the ground say to the earthquake? What? You crack me up. I do crabs never give to charity.
Because they're crabby?
Close, because they're shellfish. How do you cut a wave in half? You use a seesaw.
How do you cut a wave in half with the seesaw? Look.
Why couldn't the shellfish farmer go on a run? I don't know. He pulled a muscle. Why can't you trust a tree?
Because it gets up and leaves.
No, because they're so shady.
Oh, that was good. Very good.
Why was the mushroom so popular at parties?
I have no idea.
Because he was a fun guy. Hi, Mr. Head.
Hi.
Why did the leaf go to the doctor?
I don't know.
Because it was feeling green. What does a mermaid use to clean its fins?
I have no idea.
Tide. Why is the grass so dangerous? Because it's full of blades.
Oh my god. Okay.
What kind of plants grow on your hand?
Palm trees.
You actually got it right! Why did the sun go to school? I don't know why. To get brighter. Okay, Mr. Belcher.
Okay.
What happens after it rains cats and dogs?
You try not to step in a poodle. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How
Is
are
this
you?
the same mic from field hockey?
Yes.
Oh my gosh,
So-
this thing is terrible. It's so scratchy.
Let me get to my
Yeah.
joke.
Abby Matta, I think Abby Matta actually ruined
Mr.
that
Hannah,
mic.
stop.
I think she honestly ruined it. Like, just like screaming and stuff. Like
Just
Allie, the goalie, like, all the time. I don't
Stop.
understand it. Okay.
What's a tree's least favorite month?
What is a tree's least favorite month? Well, that would have to be the month of.
It's September.
Woof. I really didn't learn anything from that environmental minute, but it was more like 4 minutes, so not even a minute. But at least I know some terrible jokes now. Thanks, Enviro Club.
Today's featured break is warm pull-apart glazed donut. Other choices include a variety of pastries, soft pretzels, Uncrustables, assorted breakfast sandwiches, smoothies, yogurt parfaits, and the Pick 2 snack rack. For cereal lovers, check out the cereal display by the milk chest. For lunch, a chicken parm patty over rotini pasta and garlic toast is at the hotline. A steak and cheese French dip sandwich with au jus are at the grill, and the pizza station has Wild Mike's cheesy bites with marinara.
And finally, a happy birthday to Benjamin Nealon, Brendan Marinelli, Adam Nesty, and Lucinda Romas. You share a birthday with Billie Eilish.
That's all for the announcements today. On behalf of Anthony, Amelia, Lolly, myself, and the morning crew, have a great day.